If you have 2 blocks, then have those 2 blocks. We'll start up on blocks today. If you don't have 2 blocks, no worries. If you want to take a moment and grab a towel or a blanket or something, and if you don't want to grab anything, you don't want to grab any props, that's fine. You can just start out down on your back. I'll show blocks first. So if you have 2 blocks, we'll start with one block is going to go the broad way right across your shoulder blades. And then the other block is going to support the background of your head. So you'll have one block at a lower level, the one that's on your shoulder blades will be at a lower level, and then the one supporting your head will be at the next higher level. So you can play around with the height that works for you. And as you come down onto the blocks across your shoulder blades, one block supporting background of the head, arms come out by your sides like so. And if you do not have blocks and you've decided to grab a towel or a blanket or something, you'll just go ahead and fold up your blanket or towel like so that you have just kind of an even square. And then you'll take that towel or blanket and you'll take it down on your mat, and you want the crease, the fold, to be right at the bottom of your shoulder blades. So you'll come down and you'll lay down so that the crease of your towel hits right at the bottom of your shoulder blades. So this is still a little bit of a back bend as up on your blocks is, but obviously much less of a back bend than being up on your blocks. So you're getting just a little bit of a lift in the heart, that little bit of imprint on your shoulder blades there. Let's see how everyone's doing. Hello, everybody. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Okay, so for those who are just joining, if you have 2 blocks, we're starting up on 2 blocks today, taking one block across the shoulder blades, so the broad way, and then the other block supporting the background of your head. The one supporting the background of your head should be at the next higher height than the one that is across your shoulder blades. You'll lay back so that the block goes right across the shoulder blades and one block supporting the background of head. And if you do not have 2 blocks and you want to grab a towel to use, you'll fold up your towel so you have a nice even crease, and you'll lay your shoulder blades down so that the bottom of your shoulder blades is right at the bottom of the towel. So you're getting just a slight lift of the heart. We're trying to get into that space right behind the heart in the upper back, in between the shoulder blades. It tends to get pretty tight when we sleep, especially often, because you're kind of curled up a lot of times when you sleep. When we're working, maybe hunched over at a desk, any of these sort of actions when we're stressed, sometimes we kind of hold ourselves with shoulders rounded forward. So giving everyone a moment to settle in here. And as you come down onto your blocks or your blanket, can you feel the heads of the arm bones drawing back? So the heads of the arm bones draw back, the chest, the collarbone opens. Take your arms out, maybe like a T wide by your sides with the palms facing up. The slight bend in the elbows to encourage that external rotation in your shoulders. And we'll take a few breaths here. So as you settle in, let's take a couple breaths here together as we settle. Take a nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Again, just like that, nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Let's take one more nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. And then just breathing in and out through your nose here, finding a steady rhythmic quality to your breath. And as you settle, taking a moment before we start moving to perhaps set an intention for your practice. And today, this time of year, especially heading into December, holiday season, can be a lot going on, a lot of busyness, hustle, bustle. And so maybe taking that time today as you set an intention to perhaps have that intention to just take this time, these next 50 minutes or so of your morning, to just really, really observe your body, really observe how it is that you're feeling. Take the time to go inside to be curious about the way you feel moving in your body on your mat today. So oftentimes all these kind of external distractions, we're rushing around, we're running around, so busy. Using this time, these 50 minutes, to just kind of notice how it feels to move in your body today. And without judging that observation, but just to be curious, to observe, oh, how interesting. My calves feel really tight. Just kind of these simple observations of how you feel breathing, moving in your body on this day. We'll go ahead and make our way off the blocks, off of the blankets. We'll stay down on our backs though. So however you want to get off the blocks, you can roll off to the side. You can lift straight up. Just kind of roll that block, the blanket out of the way. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. And you can curl up into a little ball, lifting your forehead in towards your knees, kind of countering that back bend a little bit. And then go ahead and take your arms out wide like a T. So take the arms out wide and have your palms pressing down. And I'm too close to the wall, so I can't do that with my right hand. So I'm gonna have my right hand out by my side. So take your knees out so that your ankles are in line with your knees, your shins are running parallel to the floor, and your knees are right up over your hips. We're gonna take an inhale here, and then as you exhale, we're gonna start to lower the knees over to the left. As you do that, your right hip will lift up. So like you're coming down into a twist, almost like you're gonna tap the outer edge of that left knee down to the mat, but you don't, you hover, and then you inhale to come back up to center. Other side, as you exhale, twist it over to the right. So the left hip will lift up, the right knee drops down towards the mat. Good, inhale it back up to center. Again, exhale as you twist it over. As you twist, imagine you're pressing that left foot up into the right foot so that you're keeping your ankles in line with your knees as you twist over to the side. See how that turns on the obliques more. Inhale to come back to center. Exhale, twist it over to the right. Again, you're scooping, the bottom right foot presses up into the left foot. Good, inhale again back to center. Exhale, twist it over. As you twist, can you resist? Press the left foot into the right foot, keeping the ankles in line with the knees. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist it over to the right. And inhale it back up to center. One more to each side. Exhale, twist it over to the left, scooping. Press the bottom left foot up into the right. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, twist it over to the right, pressing the bottom right foot up into the left. Inhale up to center. And exhale, just release, hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock and roll back and forth, up and down on your spine a couple times. And then eventually just make your way up into a tabletop position. Once you find yourself in your tabletop, shoulders up over your wrists, we'll thread the needle, simple twist to start out. Take an inhale, reach the right arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, thread the right arm through the left. The right shoulder comes down to the mat. The back of the right palm comes down. Right palm faces up towards the sky. Tense your left fingertips and then start to stack and roll your left shoulder to stack on top of your right. It's a simple twist here. As you inhale, can you breathe into the twist in these shoulder blades and the upper back. One more breath here, inhale. And then as you exhale, slowly make your way out, release, come back to neutral. Come into the other side, take an inhale, reach your left arm up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, thread the left arm through, bring the outer edge of the left shoulder down, back of the left palm down, side of the left side of the head comes down. Tense your right fingertips. Start to stack and roll your right shoulder to stack on top of your left. As you inhale, can you breathe into the space in between your shoulder blades? Take one more breath here, inhale. And then exhale, release, make your way back to center. As you find yourself at neutral, go ahead and walk your palms forward about 2 inches, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Find yourself in down dog. Take any movement that feels good. Alternate bending the knees, lifting the heels, feeling your way into the hamstrings, into the backs of the legs. Again, bringing that curiosity into the way it feels to move in your body on this day. Notice how the hamstrings feel. Are they a little tight, especially maybe if you just woke up? As you spread your fingers, can you feel that sensation as you really open your fingers, press into the outer edges of your palms? Okay, take an inhale, round yourself forward, roll out to a plank, shoulders out over your wrists. And as you exhale, just tap your knees down on your mat, lower all the way down to your belly, keeping your elbows in as you lower. Untuck the toes, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, roll it up to baby cobra. And exhale, press yourself back through bent knees, all the way up into downward facing dog. And from your down dog, put a little bend in your knees, and then slowly walk your palms all the way back to your feet. Once you get back to your feet, grab onto opposite elbows, keep a soft bend in your knees, letting your chest, your torso come down towards the tops of the thighs. Sway out the torso a little bit from side to side, shake the head out, yes and no. Let go of any tension in your neck. Okay, and then release your palms from your elbows. Take an inhale, slide your palms up your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Okay, press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach all the way up to standing. As you come up, reach the arms up, press into the balls of your feet, and lift your heels up off your mat. So find a little balance. So early balance. Kind of notice wobbling in the ankles. Can you firm the outer ankles in? Find a steady gaze point. Lengthen your tailbone away from your lower back. One more breath here. And then exhale, lower the heels as you take your hands down together at your heart. Good. And then go ahead and step yourself to the front of your mat. If you are playing the playlist, I'll give you a moment to go ahead and press play. It is Zoom 36 in the chat. Okay. I'll give you a moment to do that. And when you're ready, go ahead and come into Tadasana, big toes together, heels slightly apart, palms facing forward. Feel your shoulders stacking up over your hips right up over your ankles. Surya Namaskara A, take an inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold, dive it down, out over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your palms down, step yourself back to plank, lower your chaturanga, knees are lifted or down. Inhale, pressing through upward facing or baby cobra, your choice. Exhale, hips lift up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, take a few breaths here in your down dog, gazing back between the knees, spreading the fingers, pressing into the outer edges of the palms. Good. And again, taking this time here, how much can you notice about how it feels to be in your body on this Saturday? Playing around with a little bend in the knees, feeling how that may bring more length into your spine. Okay, take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. Exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Again, Surya A, just like that. Inhale, reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, forward fold, dive it down, out over your legs. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step back and lower your chaturanga. Upper arms only lower till they're parallel with the floor. Inhale, pressing through, upward facing. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, taking this time once again in down dog for that self-exploration. How does it feel to be in your body in this day, in this moment? Feeling the breath coming in, filling up, expanding the back of the body. Feel the sides of the waist expand as you inhale. Okay, take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. Exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Again, inhale, reaching up, gazing up. Exhale, forward fold, dive it down. Inhale, half lift as you lengthen. Continue to breathe all the way through the inhale. Exhale, step back, lower your chaturanga. Inhale, pressing through upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. You lift your hips. And take a couple breaths here in down dog. And then go ahead and flow through one more Surya Namaskara A, one Sun A on your own. So whenever you're ready, you can make your way to the front of your mat and cycle through one more round of Surya Namaskara A, ending in downward facing dog. Now, as you cycle through this round on your own, again, really take this time to connect to your own breath, your own rhythm, filling up each movement with a full inhale and exhale. Taking the time to flow, to cycle through, to feel the rhythm of your breath, of your body, connected to each movement. Okay, really nice, guys, beautiful. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Good. From your down dog, let's take an inhale. Reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Right toes point down towards your mat. Right inner thigh is spinning up towards the sky. Take another inhale, reach the right leg maybe a little bit higher. And as you exhale, twist your right knee to your left upper arm bone. And as you twist, hold here for a moment. Shoulders are up over your wrists. Notice if your left foot is dropped down. Can you lift your left foot, your right foot, Can you lift your right foot, your right ankle, so that it's in line with your right knee? Good. Again, inhale, extend, shoot the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward and twist. As you twist, lift up so that your shin is parallel to the mat and your right ankle is in line with your right knee. Good. Inhale, shoot the right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee in towards your nose and round. Shift forward, float the foot between the hands to a lunge. Good. Tap your back knee down on your mat. As you inhale, draw the hips back, half Hanumanasana, curl your right toes back. As you exhale, shift it right back forward into your lunge. Take an inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge, low Anjaneyasana. Take a breath here. Lengthen forward through that front right knee. Feel the stretch in that left hip flexor as you lengthen forward through the right knee, but at the same time, a little lift of the pubic bone towards your frontal hip points. Take one more breath here, inhale. Good. As you exhale, lower your left palm down to your mat, right palm to your knee. Exhale, press yourself into a twist. You can stay with the palm at the knee, or you can reach that right arm up towards the sky, placing your palm where your gaze is. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, release the right palm down to frame your front foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift your left knee up off your mat. Inhale to step yourself back to plank. Keep the hips steady as you step back. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. From your down dog, take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Left toes point down, left inner thigh is spinning up towards the sky. Good. Take one more inhale here, maybe lift the leg just a little bit higher. As you exhale, shift forward and twist. As you twist, can you lift the left ankle so that it's in line with your left knee, so that the shin is parallel to the floor? Good. Inhale again, extend, shoot the leg back. Exhale, shift forward and twist, lift the foot so that the outer edge, that inner edge of the left foot is pressing up towards the sky. Good. Inhale again, extend, shoot the left leg up and back. Exhale, knee in towards your nose, shift forward, float the foot between the hands. Tap your right knee down on your mat. As you inhale, send your hips back, half Hanumanasana, just a breath. Good. As you exhale, shift it back forward into your lunge. Inhale, low lunge, low Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Pause here for a couple breaths. Good. As you pause, you're lengthening forward through that left knee. Lifting at the same time. Little lift of the pubic bone towards your frontal hip points. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, right palm comes down, left palm comes to the knee. Press yourself into that simple twist. Good. Left palm can stay at the knee, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Take one more inhale here. Good. As you exhale, release the twist, hands frame your front foot. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee up off your mat. Inhale to step yourself back to plank. Keep the hips steady as you step back. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. From your down dog, take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Step it up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Press into your feet. Inhale, circle the arms, reach it all the way up to come up to standing. Exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Good. Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend your knees, sink your hips. Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana, up and over, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank, lower your chaturanga, knees lifted or down. Inhale, pressing through, upward facing or baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing. Right away, step your right foot forward between the hands. Ground and turn out the back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, right away, float it back down, step back to plank, and lower your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right away, left foot steps forward, ground and turn out the back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up, warrior one. Exhale, float it right back down, step back to plank, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. Take a few breaths here in down dog. So we're moving, flowing at half a breath per pose. And as you settle in here in down dog for a few breaths, just notice once again returning to that natural rhythmic quality of your breathing. Can you slow it down? Can you smooth out the inhales and exhales? Okay, let's take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the front of your mat as you inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Bend your knees, sink your hips, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, swing the arms all the way to standing. Good, again, just like that, inhale, Utkatasana, bend the knees, sink the hips. Exhale, Uttanasana, up and over, you fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen forward more through the crown of your head. Exhale, plant the palms, keep the length as you step back and lower chaturanga. Inhale, pressing through, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Your right foot steps forward right away. Ground and turn out the back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up. Press down through the feet as you rise. Exhale, float the palms down. Step back and lower your chaturanga. Or you skip it and go straight to down dog. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Left foot steps forward right away. Ground and turn out the back heel. Press into the feet as you inhale. Reach the arms up. Good, exhale, float the palms down, take it back, cycle through your chaturanga, or you skip it, go straight to down dog. Good, I know I say this all the time, but truly, especially in this vinyasa practice, we take a lot of chaturangas throughout class. Always feel free to skip them if and when they're not serving you. Better to do one with your full energy, good alignment, than to do every one throughout all of class and end up kind of dipping into your shoulders, hurting your wrists, hurting yourself. Honor yourself, honor where you're at in this day. Once again, returning, how does it feel to be in your body on this day, in this moment? How curious can you be about the sensations of your own body right now? Take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, swing the arms all the way to standing. Take your hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, Utkatasana. Bend your knees, sink your hips down. Exhale, Uttanasana, up and over, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift, find some length. Exhale, plant your palms down, step back to plank and lower your chaturanga. And inhale, pressing through upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, ground and turn out the back heel. Inhale, rise up. You're one, stay here this time. Okay, so find yourself in warrior one. Take a few breaths, take a few moments to pause here. As you lengthen forward through that front right knee, you're either heel to heel alignment, so front right heel is in line with the back left heel, or your stance is a little bit wider. Left foot is a little further out towards the left side of your mat. That might give you a little more space to encourage the frontal hip points to square off towards the front of your mat. Okay, and can you continue to lengthen your tailbone away from your lower back? And then as you do that, can you lift your upper back ribs up? Go a little bit taller towards the sky. And continue to press into that outer back left side of the foot. Okay, take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, keep your right arm reaching up towards the sky and reach your left arm forward. And as you reach the left arm forward, reach forward through the left fingertips. Can you find a little bit more of the twist here? So the outer right side of the rib cage draws back. As the left side of the rib cage draws forward, your shoulders are squaring off towards the front. Okay, take another inhale here. And then as you exhale, we're gonna start to spin up on the back toes, dip the back left knee down, so you're coming into a crescent lunge. Good, as you find that crescent lunge, go ahead and open your right arm up and back on a diagonal, opening up into a twist. Good, find yourself in that twist. Gaze can be back towards the back right palm if it's comfortable on your head and neck, or gaze can be straight towards the side. Take one more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your gaze to the left palm and watch the left palm until it comes all the way down to your mat. Plant the left palm down underneath your left shoulder. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Find yourself in an open twist. Good. Firm your right outer hip in. Draw your right sitting bone back. And then as you do, can you feel that top right shoulder rolling back and stacking on top of your left? And you can stay here in the twist, or totally an option for you to take or leave. You can come into Vashisthasana, rolling over onto the outer edge of the back left foot, heel toe the right foot back, about a couple feet on your mat, 2/3 of the way down. You can stay here, modified Vashisthasana, or you can stack your feet, come into full Vashisthasana. So 3 options. You're either staying with the twist in your lunge, you're in a modified Vashisthasana with the right foot down, right toes pointing towards the right side of your mat, or you stack your feet on top of one another. Wherever you are, take one more breath here, inhale. Good, as you exhale, everyone bring that right palm down to your mat. Take an inhale here in plank, and everyone lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath here together. Nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Good, warrior one on the left side. Step your left foot forward, ground and turn out your back heel, either heel to heel alignment or that right foot's a little further towards the right side of your mat. Press into your feet as you reach the arms up, find your warrior one. Good, so you guys stay, I'm gonna come out. So that left knee is tracking right over the ankle. Draw the left outer hip back. And a little lift of the pubic bone towards your frontal hip points. Yeah, so as you do that, you feel your tailbone lengthen away from your lower back. Really nice. Continue to press into that outer back right side of your foot. Okay, take an inhale here, reach up. But as you exhale, reach that right arm forward. So the left arm stays up towards the sky. Good, and as you reach forward, can you reach out more through the right fingertips? As you do that, can you feel the left side of the rib cage drawing back? So starting to come into a little bit of a twist here in the upper back and the torso, and then start to spin up on the back right toes, dip the right knee down, take it all the way into your twist as you open the left arm back on a diagonal. Gaze can be back towards that left palm, or it can be straight off to the side. Good. Really nice. Take one more inhale here. Broaden more through that left collarbone towards the back left diagonal of the room. And then as you exhale, bring your gaze down. towards that right palm, and then watch the right palm until it lowers all the way down to your mat. Plant it down underneath the right shoulder, reach your left arm up towards the sky. Good. Take a breath here in your twist, and then take it to wherever you went on the other side. So you have 3 options. Option 1, stay here twisting. Option 2, modified Vashisthasana with the left foot down. Option 3, full Vashisthasana, you stack the feet. So you choose the option that works for you. Again, coming back to what is it that your body needs on this day. And if you feel like you made the wrong choice, you make it to Vashisthasana and you're like, oh, this wasn't a good choice. You can change your mind. You can come out. You can take it modified. You can take it back to the twist. Again, staying curious about how it feels to be in your body on this day. Take one more breath, inhale. Exhale, let's release. Plant that left palm down wherever you are. Step it to a plank. Take an inhale here. Your choice. You want to take the chaturanga or you skip it. Go straight to down dog, cycling through. Your choice. We all meet up in downward facing dog. Okay, from down dog, let's take an inhale, fill up through your nose. And open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out, let it go. Good, take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step up to the front of your mat, inhale, half lift and lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Bend your knees, sink your hips, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. And exhale, swing the arms all the way to standing. Take your hands to your heart. Good. And go ahead and step yourself back so that you're about a third of the way back on your mat. You have a little bit of space out in front of you. Press into your big toe mounds. And then as you inhale, start to lift up. So you're just coming up into a balance here. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Firm your outer ankles in. Take your palms down together at your heart and start to bend your knees, send your hips back until you sit all the way on your heels. So keeping your heels lifted nice and high. Good, so 2 options here. Option 1 is to stay here balancing. You can really work the feet here if you're staying here balancing by trying to keep the heels lifting really high, like you're wearing really high heels. Sorry guys, firm your outer ankles in. Or if you want to take Bakasana, crow pose, then you'll plant your palms down on your mat out in front of you, shoulders width distance apart. You'll take your knees, 2 options with the knees. Option 1 is to take the knees to the backs of the arm bones and then shift your weight forward into your hands, so much so that your feet get light and float up off your mat. Option 2 is to squeeze the knees to the outer edges of the upper arm bones, getting them up as high as you can. And then as you squeeze the knees, you shift forward and maybe lift your feet up off your mat. So play around there. Again, you're either working the balance, you're taking Bakasana, your choice. Good. If you can shoot your legs back through Chaturanga, if that's part of your practice, you can go ahead and do that. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. You'll lower your feet down if you've lifted. You'll step yourself back. You can cycle through your half vinyasa, Chaturanga, up dog, and down dog. We all meet up, downward facing dog, just for a moment. And then we'll all tap our knees down and come into child's pose for a few breaths. As you come down into child's pose, rock the forehead out a little bit from side to side. And especially if you took Bakasana or if you took Vashisthasana, you can take your arms back behind you. Take care of your wrists for a little bit. Just grab one wrist with your thumb and middle finger, and then open and close the hand. So opening your fingers really wide and then clasping the hand into a fist. Do that a few times as you squeeze the wrist. And then switch sides. Rolling out the wrists a couple times. And then just let your arms drop down by your sides with your palms facing up. Let your shoulders round forward on your mat. Again, checking in, taking this time, tuning in. How does it feel to be in child's pose right now in your body? How much can you notice? Can you notice the breath coming in, filling up, expanding the back body? Notice the connection of the tops of the feet to the mat. Maybe a slight stretch in the tops of the feet. Whatever it is you can observe about being in this pose, being in your body right now, you can become curious. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and make our way back up into downward facing dog. So when you're ready, reach your arms forward, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good. You find yourself in down dog. Take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Good. As you exhale, we're going to twist again. Right knee to left upper outer arm bone. And as you twist, so instead of keeping the knee, the right ankle in line with the right knee, you're going to see if you can lift the right foot so it comes out to the side so that your shin is parallel with the mat, almost like the shin could be parallel with the front of your mat on a diagonal. Good, and then shoot that right leg back. Once again, three-legged dog. Try that again, shift forward, right knee to left upper arm bone, and then lift the foot like you're scooping the inside of that right foot up towards the sky. Good, again, inhale, shoot the leg up and back. Exhale, knee in towards your nose and round, shift forward, float the foot between the hands. Ground and turn out your back heel, set up for warrior two. So front heel in line with back arch. Take the time to set up your feet here. And then press into your feet, circle the arms, take it up, warrior two. Good, so find yourself in warrior two, arrive here. We'll be still here for a few moments. That right knee is tracking right over the right ankle. Draw the right knee back so it tracks about over your second toe. And as you do that, can you feel that right sitting bone directing back towards your left heel? As you do that, your left frontal hip point comes forward slightly so the hips are not totally squared off towards the side here. Okay, but then you find a little bit of a twist in the upper body and the torso as your shoulders square off towards the side. Good. Take all those cues that I just said, and now just kind of let them go. Let yourself soften a bit. Maybe smile. Notice what the effect that has on your body, on your breath. You relax your shoulders down. Good. Release your jaw. Notice if there's any tension there. Good. Beautiful. Press really firmly into that right big toe mound, and then start to lift up on the right kneecap as you move the right leg towards straight. Swivel your right hip back, reach out and lengthen on the right side, and then take the right hand down into triangle on the right side. So your choice with triangle, if you have a block, you'll take a block underneath that right palm, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. If you don't have a block, you can always just gently press the right palm into the shin. Just be careful not to cause that right leg to lock out, to hyperextend. Good, and then arrive here in triangle. As you arrive, can you really feel like you're leaning back into your shoulder blades? And as you lean back, can you find more spaciousness on that underneath right side of your body as the right side of the rib cage comes around towards the side? Good. Taking just one more breath here. Bring your gaze down towards the bottom right foot if it's up towards the top palm. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up with a straight spine. Exhale, bend the knee down into warrior two. Reverse your warrior just for a breath. Flip the right palm up towards the sky. Lift it up and back. And then cartwheel the arms all the way up and over. Step yourself back, cycle through chaturanga, or you skip it and go straight to down dog. It is your choice always. Okay, you find yourself in downward facing dog. Take an inhale, reach your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward and twist. Left knee to right upper arm bone. As you twist, can you lift the inside of the left foot up towards the sky? Good. Again, inhale, extend, shoot the leg back. Exhale, you twist. You're getting an extra twist in that oblique by lifting the inside of the foot up towards the sky. Last one, inhale, you send the leg back. Exhale, knee in towards your nose. This time, shift forward, float the foot between the hands. Set your feet up for warrior two, front heel in line with back arch. Press into your feet as you cartwheel the arms, take it up, warrior two on the left side. Find yourself here, a few moments to check in with your alignment. Left knee is tracking right over the ankle. Left sitting bone is directing back towards that right heel. As you do that, that right frontal hip point comes forward. And then lastly, you find a twist in your upper torso. So the right side of the rib cage draws back, the right collarbone opens up towards the right. And then you take all of this in, you take all of these alignment cues in, and then where can you soften? Relax your shoulders, release your jaw. Be here for these few moments. Let your gaze soften out over the front fingertips. Feeling strong in this pose with each inhale extending up through the crown of the head. With each exhale descending down through that front left thigh a little bit more. Good. These are really beautiful, guys. Good. Coming into triangle on the left side, you press into the left big toe mound, lift up through the left kneecap, move the left leg towards straight, swivel your left hip back, reach out, lengthen through your left fingertips, take it down into triangle on your left side. Left palm comes to a block, to the shin, to the floor, whatever is accessible. Right arm is reaching up towards the sky. Take a few moments here as you feel that lower left side of the rib cage squaring off towards the side while rotating around. Lean back into your shoulder blades, and can you find that little bit of a twist here? Good. Good. Bring your gaze down towards that bottom left foot. Press into your feet. Inhale, take it all the way up with a straight spine. Exhale, bend the knee, take it down into warrior two. Reverse your warrior just for a breath. Drop the back arm down. Cartwheel the arms all the way up and over. Step yourself back, chaturanga or down dog, your choice, cycling through. Good. Meeting up in downward facing dog. From down dog, take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, float the right foot forward through lunge. Setting up for warrior one, ground and turn out your back heel. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, warrior one. Good, exhale right away, left arm comes forward. So you're coming into that little bit of a twist. Start to dip the left knee down, spin up on your back toes. As you come into the lunge, open the right arm back at a diagonal, open twist. Take a breath here, inhale. Good, as you exhale, take your hands together at your heart. You're still twisting towards the right. And then hook that left elbow to the outside of your right knee, making your way into prayer twist. Good, so as you press your palms together at your heart, spin your fingertips back in towards your chest slightly. Continue to firm the right outer hip in. Good, breathing into the sensation in the upper back as you lean back into your shoulder blades. Take one more breath here, inhale. Good, exhale, release the twist, release your hands to frame the front foot. Tap your back knee down, half Hanumanasana, draw your hips back, curl your right toes up off your mat, flexing the right foot. As you come back into half Hanumanasana, just check out that your hip is stacked right on top of that back knee. Good. And then we'll be here just for a few breaths. You can fold out over that front right leg. Keeping the outer edge of that right foot drawing back. Good. Take an inhale, lift yourself up halfway, lengthen. And then exhale, shift it back forward into a lunge. Plant your palms to frame the front foot. Lift your back knee up off your mat. Inhale to step yourself back to plank high, push up. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, from your down dog, inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, float the left foot forward between the hands, lunge, ground and turn out the back heel. Inhale, warrior one, reach the arms up. Good, exhale, right arm comes forward, start to spin up on the back toes, dip the right knee down, open twist, open the left arm, back on a diagonal. Take your hands together at your heart, take an inhale here. As you exhale, hook the right elbow to the outside of your left knee, find your prayer twist. Good, so we'll be here for just a few breaths, spinning the fingertips back in towards the chest slightly. Stay very mindful of your breath here. Continue to inhale, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. Continue to exhale and revolve around that length. Take one more inhale here. Good, exhale, release the twist, release your hands down to frame the front foot. Tap that right knee down on your mat. Send the hips back, half Hanumanasana. Take just a couple breaths here. So as you come back into half Hanumanasana, again, check that your hip is stacked right on top of the knee. Flex your left foot, curl the left toes back and towards you, and draw the left outer hip back, almost so much so that perhaps that left heel drags back in towards you a little bit. Okay, take one more breath here, inhale. And then as you exhale, bend the knee, shift it back forward into your lunge. Hands frame the front foot, lift your right knee up off your mat. Inhale to step yourself back to plank, high push up. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. And from your down dog, take an inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Step it up to the front of your mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the chin, soften it in. Good, bend your knees, sink your hips down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Good, exhale, take your hands together at your heart. Take an inhale, find a little bit of length. Good, as you exhale, we're gonna twist left elbow to the outside of your right knee, prayer twist. Good, so options once again, you can stay right here in the prayer twist, or if you want to take side crow, you can take your hands down, plant your palms down on the mat, put a little bend in your elbows, and just as we've been doing all class, you're gonna use the bottom foot to lift and scoop the top left foot up off your mat. Okay, so it's just an option. Absolutely do not need to take it. You can stay twisting in your prayer twist. You could even come down and sit on the heels and take the twist in a balance here with the heels lifted. Wherever you are, play around with whichever option you chose. If you are in side crow, lower the feet down. Everyone unwind out of your twist. Fold forward over your legs in between sides. You can open up your feet to hips width distance apart. Maybe sway the torso out a little bit from side to side, in between sides. Take a moment here, release. Okay. We'll come into the other side, so heel toe your feet to come back together. Bend your knees, sink your hips down. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands come together at your heart. Take an inhale here for length. As you exhale, twist to the other side, right elbow hooks to the outside of your left knee. Good, so you have options. You stay right here in your twist, or you could take it into more of a balance by perhaps lifting your heels and lowering down so that you're sitting on your heels, balancing. Or if you want to take it into side crow, you will plant your palms down, and then you'll use the bottom foot to scoop up and lift the top foot up off your mat. As you scoop and lift, using those obliques, elbows bent, so you're in chaturanga arms. Breathing wherever you go, play around. Good, really nice, guys. Beautiful variations, everyone. Good. Let's take it down, release wherever you are, lower your feet down. If you are in side crow, if you're in the twist, release, heel to your feet, hips width distance apart, everyone, ragdoll, grab onto opposite elbows, sway the torso out a little bit from side to side, shake your head out from side to side, let it go. If you took a side crow, side bakasana, you might want to roll your wrists out a few times. Take a couple breaths there for the wrists. And everyone, heel toe your feet to come back together. Take an inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. Good, exhale, plant your palms down. Step yourself back to plank. Lower, cycle through your chaturanga, your choice. Knees lifted or down, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips up and back. Good, we're gonna come into pigeon on the right side. So you can get in how you like to get into pigeon. Or if you like to come into it from a lunge, is how I typically cue it. Take an inhale, reach your right leg up and back. Exhale, flip the right foot forward into a lunge. Tap your left knee down on your mat and start to heel toe that right foot across towards the left side of your mat. You'll come down into pigeon on the right side. Your right shin can be running parallel with the front of your mat, the top of your mat. So that's just kind of a range of motion. Certainly does not have to be there today. And it may not ever get there actually. But moving towards perhaps that right shin being parallel with the front of your mat. And as you make your way into pigeon, you can stay upright here, which will get more into your hip flexors, or you can take yourself forward and fold. If you're coming forward and folding, it's really helpful if you can bring your forehead down to something. So if you have a block handy or any kind of prop that you are using that you can rest your forehead on, the more body parts grounded down on the mat, the more will allow your nervous system to relax. And taking this time here. And surrendering, allowing for that release. Feeling the breath coming in, filling up the back body. And just taking this time to settle here, to be still. And then taking your time, slowly starting to make your way up out of your fold. And as you make your way up, you can shoot that right leg all the way back to a three-legged dog. Maybe roll the hip open, bend the knee, roll the ankle open. Eventually planting that foot down. And when you're ready, making your way into the left side, you can reach that left leg up and back, three-legged dog, flip the left foot forward to a lunge. And tap your knee down on your mat. And then start to heel toe that left foot across towards the right side of your mat. Making your way into pigeon on the left side. And as you settle in here, taking the time, surrendering, balancing out your practice, the yin, the yang. And feeling the breath coming in, filling up, expanding the back body as you inhale. And feeling the weight of the pelvis descending down more into the earth as you exhale. Again, becoming curious about how it feels to be in your body, in this pose, in this moment. And then taking your time, slowly start to make your way up out of your fold. And as you make your way up, you can shoot that left leg back into a three-legged dog. Stack the hip, roll the knee out a few times, bend the knee, roll the ankle. Any movement that feels good. Eventually you plant that left foot down on your mat, really let the leg come to straight. If you want to shift forward, take a final half vinyasa before we come down onto our mats. You can go ahead and do so. Otherwise, you can just tap your knees down on your mat or hop your way through onto a seat. And as you come down into a seat, give you a moment to get there. If you're taking that half vinyasa, I'll take the legs out in front. And we'll set up for a seated twist before we come down onto our backs. So with your legs out in front of you, just go ahead and take the right foot, bend the right knee, and plant the right foot to the outside of your left leg. You can stay with the left leg extended as you come into this twist, or if you like to bend the left knee in, we actually take the left heel so that your right sitting bone can press right down onto that left heel. And then wrap your left arm around your right knee, reach the right arm up towards the sky as you inhale, and as you exhale, let the right arm float back behind you, tense your right fingertips. Let your gaze come out over that right shoulder. You can stay here with that left arm wrapped, or you can hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee if that's accessible for you. Good, one more inhale here. And then exhale, slowly release, unwind. You can bring your palms over to the left and just unweight, lift up that right hip. Lower the hip down, come on into the other side. Start out with both legs extended out in front of you. Bend your left knee, plant your left foot to the outside of your right leg. You can stay with the right leg extended here, or you can bend the right knee in. Bring your left hip so that it actually roots right down onto that right heel. Then wrap your right arm around your left knee. Reach the left arm up towards the sky as you inhale. As you exhale, take it back into your twist. Okay, an option to hook the right elbow to the outside of the knee. Maybe let your gaze start to soften. Maybe even close your eyes here in this twist. Being with the breath with each inhale, lengthening up more through the crown of the head. With each exhale, revolving perhaps more around that length. Take one more inhale here, and as you exhale, release. You can bring your hands over to the right, unweight that left hip just for a breath, a little bit of a counter. And then unwind both of your legs and make your way right down onto your back, however you like to get there. As you come down onto your back, come on into happy baby, hug your knees in towards your chest, bring your knees out wide towards the shoulders. And then reach the hands to the outsides of the feet, flex your feet up towards the sky. And rock out a little bit from side to side. And when you're ready, take the soles of the feet to come together. Lower that down onto your mat into a butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. And take your fingertips to the outsides of your thighs. Guide your knees to come together. Extend your legs out on your mat to set yourself up for your final resting pose, Shavasana. And if you need to grab a blanket or a sweatshirt, add in the extra layers here as you settle in. Go ahead and do so. Take the time to set up this pose. And as you come down onto your back, let your feet flop open. Let yourself take up space, however feels good. Let your arms be out by your sides with the palms facing up. So you encourage that slight external rotation in the shoulders, the chest, the collarbone opening, expanding towards the sides of the room. And relax the roots of your thumbs. Release your jaw, maybe wiggle it out, lick apart the lips. Feel the skin between the brows, skin of the forehead, all around the eyelids, soften. You feel your earlobes draping down heavy towards the mat. And take a nice deep inhale, fill up through your nose. Sip in just a little bit more air when you get to the top. And then open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And with that exhale, feel the weight of your body descending down into the mat like your bones are melting into a pool of liquid on the floor. Taking these few moments here in stillness. Shavasana. And then slowly start to invite some movement back in. Take your time, wiggle out your toes, your fingertips. Rolling out the wrists, the ankles. Eventually reaching those arms out overhead. So we're the first stretch of your day. Taking a nice deep inhale as you reach out, and as you exhale, drop in, go heavy on the mat. And keeping your eyelids gently closed, rolling over onto your right side for a breath. And eventually press your way up into a comfortable seated position. And as you find yourself in a seat, take a moment here, take your palms together at your heart, tuck your chin, bow your head down, a moment here in gratitude for whatever comes to mind. And slowly open your eyes. Namaste.